Logarithmic to exponent form or exponential form. Where this came up from is if you had something where the variable was in the exponent, like 2 to the x equals 8, and you were trying to solve it, it would be nice. It would be something like, oh, well, if I know 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, that means x is 3. Well, let's say I had something like 3 to the x equals 13. Well, I know 3 cubed is 9, 3 to the 4th, 3 squared is 9, 3 cubed is 27, so I know it's closer to 2 than 3, but trying to get that exact decimal would be kind of difficult. And so they came up with a whole logarithmic chart. It's programmed in your calculator, so you won't have to worry about it. And that will actually solve for, in a couple of videos later, with log and exponential equations. But for right now, we'll just put on the back burner. But here's what they came up with. With logarithms, you've got your base, answer, exponent. So it kind of makes a circle. Like this would be log base 2, answer, which is 8, equals the exponent, x. Like this one, you would have log base 3, answer 13, equals exponent. And you also can reverse it. You can go from logarithmic form to exponential form. You can say 4 to the negative 2 power equals 1 over 16. Because see how it circles? That's what phrase I use a lot in class. How to get it out of logarithmic form, you just circle. Base, there's your exponent, equals that. Even if it was log 3 of, we'll just say x equals 5. If I said write this in exponential form, 3 to the 5th power equals x. Now, just to give you a preview, this year, of course, we're in quarantine, so I don't know how detailed I'll get. But sometimes you might see something like this, where there is no base. So I know you're thinking, whoa, you left something out. Well, if there is no base there, it's called common logs. And so it's always a base 10. So now if you want to write it in exponential form, 10 squared equals 100. Or if I had log of 1/10, understood base 10, so 10 to the negative 1 power equals 1/10. Now there's also, just to throw it in there, natural log has to do with the second most common irrational number, e, which is, I know it's 2.71, but I think it's 59, blah, blah, blah. Pi is the most common. E is kind of like trails behind as a second. But if you have logarithm base e, that means natural log. Now, I know you're saying if it's natural log, then why is the L first? I don't know. Take it up with the great mathematicians that created it. Who knows? But where this comes in, let's say if I had log of x equals, or natural log of x equals 2, just like with common logs, it's base 10. This, you know, is the same thing as that. So e squared equals x. So it's really no big deal. We probably will not get into a lot of that this year, like I said, because of the virus. We will do some common logs because they aren't as bad. But natural logs will probably hold off till I'll hit them harder in pre-cal next year for my Algebra 2 kids this year. So, I was about to ask for questions. Y'all aren't there. But if you do have questions, tag me or message me or whatever. Now, besides that, you can also simplify just some basic ones. Like, if I just said simplify, in other words, solve for x, 5 to what power equals 25? 2. Let's say I did log 3 of 27. 3 to what power equals 27? 3. What about log 7 of 49? So 7 to what power is 49? 2. Okay, what about if I got super tricky and I said 1 over 49? What makes it flip and go underneath? What has to happen to the exponent? Yep, negative. So if I gave you log base 2 of 1 over 8, well, you know 2 cubed is 8, but since it's underneath, negative. And you can also do these with common logs. Like if I said log of 1,000, understood base 10, so 10 to what power equals 1,000. And the good thing about common logs is all you have to do is count the zeros, 3. So if I had log of 1,000,000, 6. If I had log of 100th, negative 2. Sometimes they try to be sneaky and give it to you in decimal form where you're like, wait a minute, it's just that, negative 2. Well, hope this was of help to you. Look forward to doing more logarithms to you. We're going to do the law of logs next. Have a great day.